Dataism too began as a neutral scientific theory, but is now mutating into a religion that claims to determine right and wrong. The supreme value of this new religion is information flow. If life is the movement of information, and if we think that life is good, it follows that we should deepen and broaden the flow of information in the universe. According to dataism, human experiences are not sacred, and Homo sapiens isn't the apex of creation or a precursor of some future Homo Deus. Humans are merely tools for creating the Internet of all things, which may eventually spread out from planet Earth to pervade the whole galaxy and even the whole universe. This cosmic data processing system would be like God. It will be everywhere and it will control everything, and humans are destined to merge into it. This conception is reminiscent of some traditional religious visions. Thus, Hindus believe that humans can and should merge into the universal soul of the cosmos, the Atman. Christians believe that after death, saints are suffused with the infinite grace of God, whereas sinners cut themselves off from His presence. Indeed, in Silicon Valley, the dataist prophets consciously used traditional messianic language. For example, Ray Kurzweil's book of prophecies is called "The Singularity is Near," echoing John the Baptist's cry, "The kingdom of heaven is near." Dataists explain to those who still worship flesh and blood mortals that they are overly attached to outdated technology. Homo sapiens is an obsolete algorithm. After all, what's the advantage of humans over chickens? Only that in humans information flows its much more complex patterns. Human absorbs more data and process it using better algorithms than do chickens. In day-to-day language, this means that humans allegedly have deeper emotions and superior intellectual abilities. But remember that according to current biological dogma, emotions and intelligence are just algorithms. Well then, if we could create a data processing system that can assimilate even more data than a human being and process it even more efficiently, wouldn't that system be superior to a human in exactly the same way that a human is superior to a chicken? Dataism isn't limited to idle prophecies. Like every religion, it has its practical commandments. First and foremost, a dataist out to maximize data flow by connecting to more and more media and producing and consuming more and more information. Like other successful religion, dataism is also missionary. Its second commandment is to link everything to the system, including heretics who don't want to be plugged in. And everything means more than just humans. It means everything. Our bodies, our cars, but also cars in the street, refrigerators in kitchen, chickens in their cups and trees in the jungle, all should be connected to the Internet of all things. The refrigerator will monitor the number of eggs in the drawer and inform the chicken coop when a new shipment is needed. Cars will talk with one another and the trees in the jungle will report on the weather and on carbon dioxide levels. We mustn't leave any part of the universe disconnected from the great web of life. information doesn't flow. Hence, dataism upholds the freedom of information as the greatest good of all. People rarely manage to come up with a completely new value. The last time this happened was in the 18th century, when the humanist revolution began preaching the steering ideals of human liberty, human equality, and human fraternity. Since 1789, despite numerous wars, revolutions, and upheavals, humans have not managed to conceive of any new value. All subsequent conflicts and struggles have been conducted either in the name of the three humans' values or in the name of even older ones, such as obeying God or serving the nation. Dataism is the first movement since 1789 that created a genuinely novel value, freedom of information. We mustn't confuse freedom of information with the old liberal ideal of freedom of expression. Freedom of expression was given to humans and protected their right to think and say what they wished, including their right to keep their mouths shut and their thoughts to themselves. Freedom of information, in contrast, is not given to humans, it is given to information. Moreover, this novel value may impinge on humans' traditional freedom of expression by privileging the right of information to circulate freely over the right of humans to own data and to restrict its movement. On 11 January 2013, dataism got its first martyr when Aaron Swartz, a 26-year-old American hacker, committed suicide in his apartment. Swartz was a rare genius. At 14, he helped develop the crucial RSS protocol. Schwartz was also a firm believer in the freedom of information. In 2008, he published the Guerrilla Open Access Manifesto, which demanded a free and unlimited flow of information. Schwartz said that we need to take information wherever it is stored, make our copies, and share them with the world. We need to take stuff that's out of copyright and add it to the archive. We need to buy secret databases and put them on the web. We need to download scientific journals and upload them to file-sharing networks. We need to fight for guerrilla open access. Schwartz was as good as his word. He became annoyed with a JSTOR digital library of charging its customers. JSTOR holds millions of scientific papers and studies and believes in the freedom of expression of scientists and journal editors, which includes the freedom to charge a fee for reading their articles. According to JSTOR, if I want to get paid for the ideas I created, it's my right to do so. Schwartz thought otherwise. He believed that information wants to be free, that ideas don't belong to the people who created them, and that it's wrong to lock data behind walls and charge an entrance fee. He used the MIT Computer Network to access JSTOR and downloaded hundreds of thousands of scientific papers, which he intended to release into the internet so that everybody could read them freely. Schwartz was arrested and put on trial. When he realized that he would probably be convicted and sent to jail, he hanged himself. Hackers reacted with petitions and attacks directed at the academic and government institutions that persecuted Schwartz and that infringe on the freedom of information. Under pressure, JSTOR apologizes for its part in the tragedy and today allows free access to much, though not at all, of its data. convince skeptics, dataist missionaries repeatedly explain the immense benefits of the freedom of information, just as capitalists believe that all good things depend on economic growth, so dataists believe all good things, including economic growth, depend on the freedom of information. Why did the USA grow faster than the USSR? Because information flowed more freely in the USA. Why are Americans healthier, wealthier, and happier than Iranians or Nigerians? Thanks to the freedom of information. So if we want to create a better world, the key is to set the data free. We have already seen that Google can detect new epidemics faster than traditional health organizations, but only if we allow it free access to the information we are producing. Free-flowing data can similarly reproduce pollution and waste, for example by rationalizing the transportation system. In 2010, the numbers of private cars in the world exceeded 1 billion, and it has kept growing. These cars pollute the planet and waste enormous resources, not least by necessitating ever wider roads and more parking spaces. People have become so used to the convenience of private transport that they are unlikely to settle for buses and trains. However, dataists point out that what people really want is mobility rather than a private car, and the good data processing system can provide this mobility far more cheaper and efficiently. I have a private car, but most of the time it sits idly in the car park. On a typical day, I enter my car at 8:04 and drive for half an hour to the university where I park my car for the day. At 18, I come back to the car, drive half an hour back home, and that's it. So I'm using my car for just an hour a day. Why do I need to keep it for the other 23 hours? Why not create a smart car pool system run by computer algorithms? The computer would know that I need to leave home at 8 and would route the nearest autonomous car to pick me up and at that precise moment. After dropping me off on campus, it would be available for other purposes instead of waiting in the parking lot. At 18 sharp, as I leave the university gate, another communal car would stop right next to me and take me home. In this way, 50 million communal autonomous cars could replace 1 billion private cars. And we would also need far fewer roads, bridges, tunnels, and parking spaces. Provided, of course, that I renounce my privacy and allow the algorithms always to know where I am and where I want to go. Record, upload, share. But maybe you don't need convincing, especially if you are under the age of 20. People just want to be part of the data flow, even if that means giving up their privacy, their autonomy, and their individuality. Humanists are to sacrifice the individual genius, so a Picasso doodle on a napkin nets millions at Sotheby. Humanist science glorifies the individual researcher, and every scholar dreams of putting his or her name at the top of a science or nature paper, but a growing number of artistic and scientific creations are nowadays produced by the collaboration of everyone. Who writes Wikipedia? All of us. The individual is becoming a tiny chip inside a giant system that nobody really understands. Every day I absorb countless data bits through emails, phone calls and articles, process the data and transmit back efficiently, answering more emails, making more phone calls, and writing more articles, so I flood the people around me with even more data. This relentless flow of data sparks new inventions and disruptions that nobody plans, controls, or comprehends. No one understands how the global economy functions or where global politics is heading, but no one needs to understand. All you need to do is answer your emails faster and allow the system to read them. Just as free market capitalists believe in the invisible hand of the market, so dataists believe in the invisible hand of the data flow. As the global data processing system becomes all-knowing and all-powerful, so connecting to the system becomes the source of all meaning. Human wants to merge into the data flow because when you are part of the data flow, you are part of something much bigger than yourself. Traditional religions assured you that your every word and action was part of some great cosmic plan and that God watched you every minute and cared about all your thoughts and feelings. Data religion now says that your every word and action is part of the great data flow, that the algorithms are constantly watching you and that they care about everything you do and feel. Most people like this very much. For true believers, to be disconnected from the data flow risks losing the very meaning of life. What's the point of doing or experiencing anything if nobody knows about it and if it doesn't contribute something to the global exchange of information? Humanists hold that experiences occur inside us and that we ought to find within ourselves the meaning of all that happens, thereby infusing the universe with meaning. Dataists believe that experiences are valueless if they are not shared, and that we cannot find meaning within ourselves. We need only record and connect our experiences to the great data flow, and the algorithms will discover their meaning and tell us what to do. 20 years ago, Japanese tourists were a universal laughingstock because they always carried cameras and took pictures of everything inside. Now everyone is doing it. If you go to India and see an elephant, you don't look at the elephant and ask yourself, what do I feel? You are too busy looking for your smartphone, taking a picture of the elephant, posting it on Facebook, and then checking your account every 2 minutes to see how many likes you got. Writing a private diary, a common humanist practice in previous generations, sounds to many present-day youngsters utterly pointless. Why write anything if nobody else can read it? The new motto says, if you experience something, record it. If you record something, upload it. If you upload something, share it. Throughout this book, we have repeatedly asked what makes humans superior to other animals. Dataism has a new and simple answer. In themselves, human experiences are not superior at all to the experiences of wolves or elephants. One bit of data is as good as another. However, humans can write poems and blogs about their experiences and post them online, thereby enriching the global data processing system. That makes their bits count. Wolves cannot do this. Hence, all the experiences of wolves, as deep as complex as they may be, are worthless. No wonder we are so busy converting our experiences into data. It isn't a question of trendiness, it is a question of survival. We must prove to ourselves and to the system that we still have value, and and value lies not in having experiences, but in turning these experiences into free-flowing data. By the way, wolves, or at least their dog cousins, aren't a hopeless case. A company called No More Wolf is developing a helmet for reading canine experiences. The helmet monitors the dog's brain waves and uses computers' algorithms to translate simple sentiments such as "I'm angry" into human language. Your dog may soon have a Facebook or Twitter account of its own, perhaps with more likes and followers than you.